Hello guys, this is Wunderbe Trading and we're carrying on with our weekly Bitcoin and Ethereum price analysis. Last week we finally saw this breakout from the triangle, and if you're following our Telegram channel you would be up to date with that information. So let's look at the weekly BTC price, and this is coming from the Bitstamp exchange. You saw this massive breakout, the volume was quite good on it. And based on the weekly one, we stopped right next to the bottom of the EMA ribbon, and at the same time the 100 moving average, and the price is currently bouncing at the region of 7,700. Also in our Telegram channel we labeled that the local new BTC bottom would be in the region of 7,400 to 7,800, and this is what we expecting to see, the further move down. The reason behind that is if we go to the 3-day chart, you would be able to see that after the breakout, this will be, below actually around 7,000 is the support region of the 200 moving average, the 200 exponential moving average, and 100 moving average. So this is what we would like to see in the nearest future, a retest, recheck of that region, and then if the 100 MA is crossing above the 200 MA, we might be seeing another bull run somewhere within a month or so. Let's look at the more local pictures. So we go into the daily chart. We're currently trying to enter that zone, but what we can see here is that even though we're below the 200 moving average, we can see that the RSI indicator is almost steady at the bottom here, which means, and the price is going down, which means that we're expecting a divergence here. So this week this divergence probably is going to be formed, and this might be a good time for a short-term trade. Go into the 4-hour chart in particular, we can see this divergence even better. So you can clearly see that the price is actually going down while the RSI is actually going up. We need to form the third bottom here, so we will be looking for some price action which will suggest us where is the best spot to enter the deal. If we go to the Ethereum chart, let's go for the Bitfinex, starting from the daily one, for example. We were in the upward trend, same as for the Bitcoin. We rebounds here with the double bottom, and this was also in our Telegram channel. Now we broke through it, but we didn't went beyond this line of support. The volume is not that good, to be honest. That's one thing which concerns me. So primarily we can see that all the action is happening at the Bitcoin market rather than the altcoins. However, this spike when we broke the double bottom was quite significant. It was 24-25%. So we can see that we broke down, and we can see that now we can show the downward channel, a very good downward channel. So this was the lower high. We broke from the upward channel. Now we have to retest it, and this EMA ribbon will act as a resistance, and we might go in further down. Currently we're trying to break this level of support, which is around $166, and we should expect the further downward move from Ethereum. Let's look at other altcoins. Cardano, Dash, EOS, Tron, they all follow the similar pattern. So if we look at Cardano, for example, we can see that we made a very similar move to Ethereum. So there was a price spike, and then we broke down below it heavily with a very good volume. Tron is exactly the same. The volume was good on Tron, so quite a lot of trading was happening on Tron, and we are currently trading there as well, but on the 15 minutes time frames. and we are expecting to reach the lowest point, which was in November, and I would assume that we can actually break it through, but it will depend heavily on how Bitcoin will react towards this level of support that we just showed you before that. Stellar, for example, well, they all going through a very similar pattern. All of them are going through a very similar pattern. So in terms of the recommendations, if we go back to the BTC on Bitstamp, for example, and hide that, what I would like to see here is obviously this divergence to be formed, and then to buy some portion of the BTC in order to see the short-term gains. However, the long-term position currently is quite bearish, so we primarily trade in short. If this is actually a short, what we're supposed to see is the retest of that area, and then go below it, maybe retest of the triangle, and this will be a nice opportunity. It will be 20% gain, so this is what we might see here. Especially over here we have in the region of 8,800 another resistance area, so we might retest that area in particular and then go to the next downward move. So retesting that area would mean that we're actually in a downward trend, at least for the daily chart, and this is something to expect. So we might buy some position over here depending on the more short time frames, on the local time frames. Currently we are trading primarily on the 15 minutes one, because they will show you the quickest price reaction and price move, and then, well, hourly as well. 1 hour will do the trick. So if you see the price action on the 15 minutes one or the hourly chart, then we might see some kind of a turning point towards the short-term trade. Well, that was it for today. Thank you very much. Register at Wunderbit Trading if you would like to trade for free on our platform. And also subscribe to our Telegram channel and YouTube channel and stay tuned with our analysis, and best of luck with your trading.